Hi, morning everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching us live or if you're watching back on record. My name's Alison Teeder. I'm the Programme Director for NAPA, Arts in Care Homes. And we're very excited because this week we've launched our campaign for this year's National Day of Arts in Care Homes, an annual event that takes place every 24th of September. This year, we're having a week-long celebration from the 18th of September of arts in care provisions. So please, anyone doing this work, organise an event in any type of care provision, using any type of art form, and share posts and help us highlight this important work. I'm really delighted today to be talking to Judy from Drawing Life about one specific way you can get involved in the National Day, which is to join in our creative challenge. So Judy will be joining us now. Morning, Judy.
Hello, Alison. Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce myself as the director of Drawing Life, which brings art to people with dementia and other people. We've worked in care homes and community centres over the last 8 years. And Drawing Life came together. I combined two ideas, really. One of them was that I wrote a book about memory devices. And the other idea that came together was that I spent many an hour in Life Drawing Studio. And I wondered what would happen if we asked people, possibly with fading memories, to do some life drawing. And we went along to a care home and it was an immediate revelation. I thought it was going to be all about the art, but really it was about how people reacted to having a model in the studio, in their sitting room rather. And the reactions were amazing, incredible relaxation, concentration, self-expression, and people would laugh and talk. And there was an incredible sense of satisfaction, and the value of art is just fantastic. And it's also equally brilliant for carers too, for all sorts of reasons. Would you like me to continue, Alison, or shall I?
Well, no, I mean, you do lovely work, and I think you came to my attention because I saw about the lovely work you do with life drawing, and that was something I hadn't seen very much. So, and we'll share a bit more about some of your resources later on as well. But today we're here to talk about our creative challenge for the National Day of Arts in Care Homes, which is one way that people can get involved. As well as organising an event, you could create artwork for this creative challenge, which Judy and I have talked about. And so together we're doing in partnership. And our creative challenge for this year is drawing on memories. And Judy, can you tell me a little bit about, we talked about this, but what are some of the ideas behind this about drawing on memories?
Well, I'm to continue what I was saying before about doing life drawing. We've also developed our span of work, really, and we've started to talk about people's memories. Everyone can cast their mind back to maybe when they were young, when they were at home, growing up with family, first pets. That everyone can do that, and it's absolutely remarkable that people can go back, do a little sketch. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. And then the value of all that is that they can talk about it. People really love talking about their childhood, their friends, possibly even their first jobs, their marriages. One lady we met, and this is very relevant at the time, at the moment, she was the only girl in the school to be selected to go to the Queen's coronation, and she drew a picture of the Queen, and that it was so brilliant that, and her son didn't really know about it. So it means that family and carers find out more about people's lives, that they really have had interesting times. And I think we were talking, Alison, about it's almost like a living history, events that don't happen anymore, like hot picking in the holidays in Kent. what else were people doing? Events during the war, people playing on the beach in the war, and that's one of the pictures on the promotional image. So all these things are fascinating for children of older people and grandchildren too.
And I think so a way you can get involved is to encourage people in your care settings to do images around memories. And I think we've got some memories that we some examples to show you, haven't we? We've got a three. Maybe you can talk us through these, Judy.
Yes, as you can see, this is by Betty, and I asked her to summon up a memory, and she immediately started drawing this absolutely amazing bus, and it's her school bus. That's her in the back seat there with long hair, a couple of her friends in the front. And then she thought it was hilarious that I thought the driver looked like a penguin. In fact, it's a driver with a peaked cap on. And it just started her off. I think I spent about half an hour talking to her she was talking to me actually, about her childhood and her school days. And this started the conversation.
It's lovely. And I thought it was a penguin as well, that one.
And this picture is by Peter. This drawing is by Peter. And now I'm based in Hastings, by the way, by the seaside. And he was telling me he started his career selling ice cream to holiday makers in the summer. Then he developed an idea to set up a business delivering, one of the first delivery van drivers, I suppose, delivering products actually all over Europe and further afield. This is a drawing of his team of lorries going through Iran and Iraq. Now that, like I say, is living history, because that probably does not happen now. And again, asking him to do this drawing meant that he spent a good half an hour telling me his life story. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Very useful tool for staff as well to carry on conversations. Yeah, and also to go back. You can go back the next day, bring the drawing out again, and have another conversation about it, and which helps carers enormously. This is by Wendy, and Sandy, it was her pet rabbit, and I think this shows that you don't have to do fancy drawing at all. You can do little sticks. There's a little vertical kind of boat shape on the left underneath Sandy the rabbit with a stick man. And that's when they went sailing. Again, they live in Hastings at the seaside. And the middle is a tent that they camped in. So I don't know what the top right image is, but it doesn't matter, because this is something that she and her two daughters talked about while the daughters were with her at the time when she did this drawing, and they were laughing and chatting constantly, just a babble of joy. Oh, lovely. And I love the way they're different aspects of the memory. So it's different, almost different angles, different aspects. It's lovely. And again, to emphasize it, doesn't have to be a fantastic drawing. It's about bringing out those memories, showing aspects of it. I think we've got a little film, haven't we, as well, Judy, that sort of illustrates the process as well.
This is Clive. And here he is remembering his time. And again, it's an incredible story of when he worked in South Africa designing gold mines. And this is him remembering a day off by a river.
I used to work for a company called Anglo American. I used to design mines. Anglo American used to go for gold. Gold itself is in rock. I might go 1,000 feet down. When you say get things out, you end up with a lorry full of rock. No, I lived there 5-6 years. Joburg originally, South Africa. Mountains in the background, and you've got a major river going down. That river comes down through there and out to the sea. All this up here is desert. There's not even roads there. If this was the river, you stop here, get off, sit down, make a couple of fires up, having a natter, and you look round and there's a crocodile sitting over here. He's just wandered up because he's looking for food. You were it.
And I think that's just a delightful celebration of Clive's achievements and life and his sense of humour. And he has dementia, and his short-term memory is not there, you know. But he could cast his mind back in the most brilliant way, and had a fantastic career, and he has had a brilliant life. And I think that's so important.
It's a lovely film, and I love the way he pointed you through the places that it really took you into the landscape, didn't it? And his memories related to that. And
it shows the sort of conversation that carers can have with the person who's done the drawing in the first place.
Definitely, which can reveal so much about people that you don't know, and it just really elevates the day. It brings interest in, doesn't it? And I think what we want to say as well is that, as well as looking back to old memories, you could also use this creative challenge as an opportunity to make new memories in your care setting. You might want to organise an outing somewhere together, or go out into the garden, do some one-to-one work with people, and actually create new memories and do images related to that. So you can, you know, be guided by the people you're working with. It could be something from long ago in the past, or you could do some new memories based on your care setting. So there's lots of scope with this. I think, should we talk a little bit more about drawing, Judy? Because I think a lot of people have a fear of drawing. It's often rooted in bad experiences with teachers or art school. And I think even artists have this feeling of the fear of the blank page. So can you give us a few ideas to kind of get people going or get over that fear of drawing?
Yes. Fear of the blank page. I think most artists have it. There we go. There's a blank page. Oh my goodness, what do we do? Where do we start? And also writers have it. How on earth do you start writing your next novel? Where do I start? It is really a case of just jumping over that bridge and making a mark. You can make a scribble. You can cut out a little piece of paper and just attach it to the page, and just get going. And you can always rub it out, cover it up. It's just a case of, well, one of my artist friends talks about the joke of, how do you draw a white rabbit in a snowstorm? It's there, but you can't see it. You just got to put that little pointy ear or scribble or just something down there, and then you're away. It really doesn't matter. And I think we're going to talk about how to warm up and how to get over this.
That would be really helpful. Yes.
Here we are. Here now. We do, when we start doing a drawing session, with whether it's one-to-one or with a group of people, we ask them to do a little warming up session. And sometimes we give them 2 pieces of charcoal or 2 pencils in, so they have one in each hand, and do some scribbling. Just that. Don't look at the page, just do scribbling, because it loosens your hands up. And then this drawing was done. This is a warming up session. And I always say to people that it's just really cheap paper, doesn't matter, we're going to throw it away afterwards. So don't worry about it. No inhibitions. And this gentleman drew these beautiful waves, because we decided to put some music on, and he drew to the music, and it was the theme tune to Desert Island Discs, a tune that many people are familiar with. And he spent about 2 minutes just doing this beautiful drawing, and the image itself is beautiful.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's worthy of framing and putting up in an art gallery, I think.
Me too. I love that. And I think that also leads to another way that people might get involved, is by doing abstract art. You don't have to sort of really represent each part of the memory. You might think about the sensory elements of your memory. So smell is very, very powerful, and it immediately can take you back to a place. What does your memory smell like? What are the colors? What does your memory look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? And we've got a lovely abstract image here, haven't we, Judy?
This is absolutely brilliant. This lady has lost all her verbal ability. She used to be a GP, so highly educated, amazing, enthusiastic person who always turns up to the drawing sessions. And this is a life drawing. There's a model in the room, but she takes what she uses just one hand and chooses 2 colors, and then we asked her to take a charcoal and draw on top. Fantastic use of color, getting that little spot in the middle there. Well, actually, not in the middle, on the old golden section there, is the head. And then she just went off in her own kind of altered state of meditation and did this beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. It's full of texture, full of energy, and it really is fantastic. And this is abstract, but it means so much to her and to me because I was there when she created it.
It's such a powerful image, isn't it? It's really, really beautiful and seems to come from within, doesn't it? It's got a lot of movement. So again, think about the abstract side of things. You might have fun thinking about color or sound of memory. That might be a way into this. You could try lots of different ways of doing it. We are very lucky because the wonderful artist Tony Husband, who's a cartoonist and has done lots of amazing work and has a renowned career, he has very, very generously done his own image, his own memory drawing, specially for Napa. So I think we're going to see it now. Might be a little bit difficult to see it there, but look at it. We'll be sharing it on social media so you can have a good look at it. And it's a beautiful memory, one of his happy memories, being in his happy place in nature with his granddaughter and his dog. And I mean, we can't all draw like him. Wouldn't it be lovely to just capture our memories and draw them like that? But I think it does show, you know, he's really in a specific place there. And there are little details in that drawing which make the memory come alive. So if you get a chance to look at it closer, you can see that he's taken his shoes off. His feet are bare. So again, you get that sensory association. He's throwing a pebbles into the water. And all these things, our memories are made up of so many different elements. And he's caught them there. So thank you so much to Tony for sharing that with us. And again, please don't feel like you all have to, you know, recreate memories literally, but there are lots of different ways you can do it. And thinking back to the memories, looking at sensory elements, thinking of abstract drawing, they can all help you very much with this. And as well as drawing, so drawing on memories is the name of the creative challenge. And obviously that we came upon that because Judy's work is all about visual arts. But as you saw with that image, with Tony's image, it also had some text underneath it explaining what the memory is. And that might be a really nice thing to incorporate, mightn't it, Judy? And it could even be a poem. I think some people you've worked with have used text to include it.
Yes, absolutely. And also, I'd like to just add to what I said before, when you're talking about your memories with somebody you're caring for, that everyone's got a pretty amazing phone these days, and you can record with a voice recorder on it. And sometimes it's absolutely wonderful for families later on to have somebody's voice telling a story about their early life. There it is. You can re-listen to it. And also you can write it down afterwards and, you know, put some words together and create a little poem. And these poems don't have to rhyme. Or it can be a list. Really, you know, special memories. Just, you know, remembering the tree, the garden, the pond, the flowers. You know, it creates a picture in words.
Any way of capturing the memory, and we want you in your care settings to interpret this challenge however you want. So we've kind of concentrated a lot on visual imagery and using words, and as Judy said, doing a list poem, a list of all the things associated with that memory could be a lovely way to capture that. But you might want to do a drama performance. you might want to make a song, a dance based on a memory or based on individual people's memories, or as Judy said, to record people's memories and share them as some kind of sound file. Very powerful. The voice of the person sharing their memory can be really wonderful, can't it? So we really encourage you, approach this challenge, our Drawing on Memories challenge, however you want to. Discuss it with the people in your setting, think what excites them, what they'd like to do. And we would love you to share your memory drawings on social media. Please remember to use the hashtag, which is Drawing on Memories. And if you can, tag in Napa, Arts and Care Homes and Drawing Life. But the most important thing is use the hashtag Drawing on Memories. You can also send them to us. We'd love to see them. So if you do lots of work in your care settings, please send us the images or the artwork. We'd love to see them. I think we've covered everything. Is that everything, Judy? Have we got anything we want to add? And then maybe we'll see if there are any questions from the audience.
There's so much exciting stuff to talk about, really. I think we've covered everything. And of course, please get in touch with either of us if you want any hints and tips. There are plenty of hints and tips on the Drawing Life website, lots of drawing techniques, as well as our video section, and on our social media as well.
Yeah. But the main thing is, please, we look forward to seeing what you come up with. If you take it in a different direction, we'd love to see it. It's a challenge that you can develop any way you want. Are there any questions, I wonder, from the audience? Was there any questions anyone asked? Okay. There's a nice comment here from Hilary. So, fear of drawing, so true. My art teacher told me to put the pencil down, really inhibited me, but now I love to doodle. This is so common. I bet you hear this all the time, Judy, don't you?
Yeah. Well, also, what struck me recently is that you never hear a small child saying they can't draw. And there you get to a point when you grow up, probably when you start school, and you think you should draw like something. Well, no, just take the line for a walk, as Paul Clay said. Then it's unique, and then it's you. A drawing is a drawing. A drawing is not a photograph. It's a thing, and you're in control of it, and you can make it happen. And doodling is one of the best ways of starting off. That is another way to start to cover the white page.
Absolutely, and not being precious about it. I love the tip you gave me about using collage and newspaper and drawing on top of that, because it doesn't seem so scary. Yeah. Any other questions? Doesn't look like there are any other questions. But we hope that that's been really interesting. Helpful to you. We hope it's given you some ideas for drawing on memories. We look forward to seeing what you do. And thank you very much, Judy. It's been lovely talking to you. Thanks for developing this idea with us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. And you can find out more about how to get involved in the Creative Challenge, Drawing on Memories, and how to plan an event for the National Day of Arts in Care Homes. Our theme this year is Reflections. You can find out all about that in our Get Involved pack, which is on our website. And that's also got lots of other resources. There it is. You can find that on our website, the Arts in Care Homes website. You can also, there's a space where you can register details of your events for the National Day and details of how to get in touch. So it's all there, lots of ideas there. And there's lots of ideas about this specific Drawing on Memories challenge in there as well. And I know that on the Drawing Life website, there's some lovely resources as well, aren't there, Judy?
Yes, there are lots of pictures in our gallery, examples of what people have done before, a whole variety of styles and images. And also in the video section, there are quite a few videos on with showing artists, working artists, drawing in our sketchbooks to show you the whole variety of the way working artists start doing drawing. It's so they make it look so easy. It is easy.
Great. I'd really recommend people take a look at the Drawing Life website. Do we have a link to that coming up? Because also there's a chance you can get hold of the wonderful sketchbooks from Drawing Life, and there's some lovely little videos of where you can see artist studios. It's really lots of lovely stuff there. So if you're keen to do more drawing in your care setting, I would really suggest going there. Great. No, I'm not sure where. So, Judy, can you say what the website is for that?
It's www.drawinglife.org.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So thank you so much. It's been lovely to chat with you. Makes me want to go away and do a doodle straight away now. I probably will instead of doing some work. And basically, everyone out there, hope you have, the main thing is have fun, be creative, just play in your care settings, do it in groups, one-to-one, try and share some memories with people that don't like joining in group activities, get the staff involved, get your relatives involved. As Judy said, your care setting is a wealth of living history. There's so much there. Everyone has a story to tell, and we can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks very much.